What is good, Mexit planners? When I'm out in these Merida streets, there's a few things that I always have with me in my trusty backpack. So today, I'm gonna tell you the top 5 things that I think you need to have when you're out here walking around in these Merida streets. Let's go. So the first item that is in my backpack, or the first item that we all know we need here in Mexico, and particularly in Merida, is a mask. You're gonna absolutely need a mask here. I carry a couple of different masks, but I always make sure that I have an extra mask with me because you never know when you may drop your mask or lose your mask. So I always keep extra mask with me in my backpack. Item number 2 that you'll need to have is always carry repellent. I put repellent on of some sort every day before I leave the house in most cases, but it never hurts to have repellent with you. And if you watch the locals here in Merida, you'll see that ladies generally carry repellent in their purses. Item number 3 in my bag is if you're going shopping, make sure that you have a shopping bag. Many of the stores here, like Walmart or Walmart Express, they do not have shopping bags, and they require you to either purchase shopping bags or just to load everything up in your car loose. So it's nice to have a shopping bag. Also, my wife found this handy dandy little nifty fold-up bag that just drops in your backpack, and this bag actually folds up into or unfolds into a bag. So you can get these at the Mumu Sue in the malls, or the Mini Sue. They're 2 different stores, but they have something like this. This one's a little bit more resilient probably than that polyurethane bag, but these bags are pretty cool because they fold up really nice and small, and you can put them, they fold up into themselves essentially, and you can put them back in or put them in your bag. The other thing that I make sure that I have when out in public, I always have a portable toilet seat. Now this is the one that I carry all the time, and this one is a silicone seat that is washable, and it folds down, as you can see, pretty easily, and I just keep that here in the back of my bag. But when my daughter was coming up, she was 3 when we moved here, and often times when we're out in the potties, most of the bathrooms here in Mexico do not have toilet bowl seats. So if you have to use a public restroom, you need to either hover or find some other method or sit on the porcelain. But this toilet seat was what we used for her, and I'll have a link to this in the description from Amazon. But this worked out. I've actually had to use it in a pinch myself, but this is a good seat for kids or adults to use when you're out and about, because all the public toilets here in Mexico, many of them do not actually have seats. So this is something really handy dandy that you can use. Again, it's hard plastic, it folds up, and it has its own little carrying case. So we use this thing extensively when my daughter was small, because kids can't hover, and I keep a toilet seat in my bag in case there's a situation where I need one as well. The other thing that I would suggest that you have from a public bathroom perspective is going to be toilet paper. There's not always toilet paper available, and also to have coins of some sort. So I always keep a bunch of small coins in my bag, because you never know when, they don't spend quarters here, but you never know when you're going to need some small pesos in order to give to the bathroom attendant in order to get toilet paper. So toilet paper is generally going to be given out, a couple squares by the bathroom attendant. So you're going to need to have coins, and generally that's going to be anywhere from 5 to 10 pesos. So I would make sure that you have some small coins with you in your bag, so that you can take care of the bathroom attendants. So the 5th and final thing that you're going to want to make sure that you have here in Merida when walking around on the streets or just out and about traveling throughout Mexico, the first is, if you are on a temporary visa, you flew in to Mexico and you filled out this Forma Migratoria Multiple, which is the FMM form, and they gave you a number of days here at the bottom, whether it's 7, whether it's 180, whatever the number of days is. You want to make sure that you have this bottom copy of your Forma Migratoria Multiple, or FMM, and your passport with you at all times here on the streets in Merida. So there's reports of multiple people being detained for not having their original copy. So please make sure you have your original passport as well as your FMM with you to show how many days you got here in Mexico. Now, if you are a permanent or temporary resident, please make sure that you have your residency card with you here in Merida as you walk about. All right, I hope this video has been super helpful for when you're out in the streets, that you don't get caught off guard. Do me a favor, hit that like button. Until next time, MexitPlans Monty, I'm out.